Cardiovascular disease is the leading cause of death in the world. It is important to know how to prevent blood vessels from get sick, stop the destruction of arteries, and know that, in some cases, it is possible to reverse fatty plaques. There are 3 things that can destroy arteries: inflammation, cholesterol deposits, and clot formation. It is important to fight inflammation to prevent clogs, as it can cause endothelial dysfunction, which is the thin layer which lines blood vessels and is responsible for maintaining laminar blood flow and preventing clots. These amazing foods will clean your blood vessels. Best for circulation high. What are the things that destroy your arteries, which form fatty plaques, atherosclerosis in your carotid arteries, in your coronary arteries that irrigate our heart, that can lead you to have a heart attack or a stroke? And could these fatty plaques in blood vessels, atherosclerosis, be reversed? Is this regression possible? And what are the 10 foods that can reduce your chance of having that fatty deposit in your arteries? Well, that is today's subject. What are the 10 best foods for your circulation and the worse, that you should flee from them? So stay until the end, because you're going to learn how to let your blood vessels to stay as healthy as possible and how to clear away fatty plaques. But first, enjoy the video, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our health tips, and activate the bell to receive notifications. And it is also very important that you spread this knowledge with your friends and family. Because when it comes to your health, our health is worth sharing. And tell me, do you have plaques of fat or bad circulation? What part of the world are you from? Write down there. Come on. We know that cardiovascular disease is the #1 cause of death in the world. And what we also know is that changing your diet a little and changing bad habits for healthy habits make all the difference. There are 3 things that can destroy your arteries. The first is inflammation, the second is cholesterol deposits, atherosclerosis, and the third is the formation of clots or emboli that have broken off from one place and fall into a specific place, clogging a vessel in the lung or brain. That's why the most important thing is to recognize how to keep your blood vessels from getting sick, stop this destruction that happens to your arteries, and also know that it is possible, yes, in some cases, to reverse the fatty plaques. This is based on numerous solid scientific studies. Why is it important for people to fight inflammation to prevent clogs? You see, inside the arteries that are like pipes that carry our blood to our organs and tissues, there is the endothelium, which is like a carpet that covers this pipe. And why is this endothelium important? Why it is responsible for vascular homeostasis, then vascular tone. It produces relaxing factors like nitric oxide that make the artery dilate. In addition, it is what makes the blood flow laminar and fluid, in addition to maintaining the balance between coagulation and fibrinolysis, avoiding clots, and on top of that it prevents circulating cholesterol sticks there, penetrates the vessel and causes plaques, so it repels cholesterol. Get this: body inflammation causes endothelial dysfunction, all answers of the endothelium will be impaired. Cholesterol, instead of being repelled, will be attracted to that dysfunctional point, which will be like a pitch. Cholesterol will stick there. It will form fatty plaques. So inflammation and a cholesterol high are very bad for your arteries. It's a flammable combination, phosphorus and gasoline. So, understand, you have to decrease inflammation in the body. We have to attack the causes of inflammation. What are they? Obesity, mainly visceral belly, smoking inflames all the arteries, high blood pressure, sedentary lifestyle, stress, lack of sleep, high cholesterol, and avoiding an inflammatory diet. Let's do it by steps. First, look at your belly. Is she protruding? This causes inflammation. It is important that you measure this. Get a measuring tape if you are a woman and have less than 88 centimeters is right, and if you are a man and you are less than 102 centimeters too. Now, if you are above that, you have to try to lose your belly. Don't think that eating the 10 right things, which I'll talk about at the end, will counteract this. Will not. So this obesity, visceral obesity, acts as an endocrine organ. Fat releases inflammatory molecules like TNF-alpha and IL-6. It produces substances that interfere with hormones. I just did a video on testosterone. then it will transform, via aromatase, testosterone into estrogen. In addition, this fat produces hormones that increase your appetite, worsen your mood, and increase cortisol, which is the stress hormone. In addition to messing with the entire metabolism, increasing the risk of insulin resistance, prediabetes and diabetes, high blood pressure, and fatty liver. Gotta lose belly. What makes your belly bigger and also makes your inflammation worse?